I thought I would come on and do this chit-chat video in reaction to a couple of things that some fellow YouTubers have spoken about. I've had these thoughts for a while, but since both Jessie Style and Super Jacob have touched on these topics recently, I thought I would come and piggyback on them. And just like Jacob always says, this is only for entertainment purposes and to create a fun discussion amongst us luxury lovers. And of course, both their videos and their channels are linked in the description box below. Definitely go and check them out. So firstly, reaction to this video from Jessie Style. So she talks about how teenagers really want luxury bags, and that's because of the rise of social media and Instagram, and perhaps these teenagers may be expecting their parents to purchase luxury handbags for them. Given all the price increases, I think it's reasonable to believe that teenagers may struggle to afford a luxury handbag, especially if we're talking about something like the Chanel Classic Flap. Of course, I am making a generalization. There are always outliers in this world. I guess teenagers may want these bags, but to be honest, when I look around and see teenagers around me, I actually have not seen them wearing luxury handbags. Contemporary brands maybe, like Marc Jacobs, Anya Haimarsh, Guess, Michael Kors. Although I certainly think that a teenager could own one or even two luxury handbags, say they were gifted it by their parents, I think a teenager who owns a luxury handbag collection, like a large one, would be more of an outlier than otherwise. It kind of brought me back to my own teenagehood when my mum was buying Louis Vuitton bags, and in my early teen years I always thought the Louis Vuitton monogram was hideous. I thought it was such a grandma print, and I really only started appreciating the monogram in my later teens, and even then when I liked them I never expected to own one. I definitely felt inspired that in the future I would own them. I actually only got to buy my first Louis Vuitton bag at the age of 27, and that was with my own hard-earned money. Given all the quality issues as well as price increases, a lot of us who have had the privilege of experiencing luxury for ourselves through purchasing, owning and using them, some of us are starting to really feel that these bags are becoming less and less worth their money. And this has been touched on by both Jessie as well as Jacob. I too have similar feelings. Having said that, I've only just completed my Holy Grail collection, and if you're interested in that video, I've linked it in the description box below. Now, from my point of view, until I acquired all my Holy Grail bags, I literally was not able to get over them. Although I was always on some level aware that reality never meets fantasy, I still needed to acquire my Holy Grail bags in order to get them out of my system, essentially. I was not able to just be content with having these bags in my fantasies. I guess I'm saying that hedonic adaptation always prevails and our mood always stabilizes from whatever elevated emotion we are feeling. And admittedly, I'm not as excited about the Birkin as I once used to be. The other thing is that I also bought my Chanel Classic Flap knowing that there is lack of after-sale service and potentially quality issues. So right now, if I was in a position of a teenager who wants these bags, but I'm not in a position to own them, I'm pretty sure that I would still aspire to try and get my hands on them at some stage in my life, despite the price increases and despite knowing that there are quality issues. So another reason why I'm not sure whether teenagers are really into these handbags, my analytics tell me that my viewers are 18 years or older. Most are over the age of 25, in fact. Now, admittedly, I don't have a huge channel, but this is just based on the little data that I do have. I also wonder if you are someone dreaming of owning a specific luxury handbag or owning a large luxury handbag collection. Have these price increases and reported quality issues deterred you? Or are you like me and you can't help yourself and you still dream about trying to buy these handbags? This also helps me segue into Jacob's video. In this video, he talks about buying fake luxury handbags. To me, how this topic is connected is because I was knowingly gifted fake luxury items before in my younger years, and back then I wore them and I didn't feel bad about them at all because I honestly enjoyed them for what they were. I loved them for how they looked, I loved them for their function, and none of my friends cared that I was carrying a fake bag. And I love Jacob's conspiracy theory in this video about whether luxury fashion houses actually have a stake in these fake factories. You should really go and watch this video if you haven't already. It's really interesting how he came about this theory, and essentially it boils down to how the luxury houses really dislike the pre-loved market. I've also said this in one of my videos before. To be honest, I think that if luxury houses can't beat resellers, they should just join them. Chanel should just set up a separate eBay account as a diffusion line and sell their bags there at huge markups. Shh, you didn't hear it from me. But how I truly believe that they can make a difference in this is if they actually go ahead and buy back their pre-loved bags and resell them. Because 100%, if I wanted a pre-loved bag, and you guys know if you follow my channel that I do love buying pre-loved bags, I would want to go and buy it straight from Chanel or Hermes or Louis Vuitton if they sold them. And even if they sold it for a higher price than luxury consigners, because then I would not have to worry about authenticity. I hope not, anyway. And of course, that would be so much more sustainable for the planet as well. Do you feel the same? Leave me a comment. And if all consumers did that, the secondhand market would just disappear, right? This strategy would not necessarily stamp out the fake factories, but at least there's one less evil to deal with. Thank you so much to Jessie Style and Super Jacob for inspiring this video. And thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!